We're gonna do a nice hip and low back mobility flow. We're gonna start with some 90-90 hip rotations. We're gonna do 10 total reps. There's different levels to this. Your first level is gonna be supported, so you're gonna have your hands behind you, and we're slowly rocking back and forth with our knees bent, touching the ground, and then coming back up, nice and controlled. Your next level is without any support, so staying nice and tall, still rotating back and forth. If you're feeling really stiff or have a lot of tightness, slow down and keep using that support. If you don't really have any stiffness or tightness and you're kind of advanced in your hip mobility, we can add in a hip extension. So as you do your rotation, you come up, you extend the hips, and then you come back down nice, slow, and controlled. Again, we're gonna do 10 total reps, nice and slow. If you wanna do more than that, feel free to. Then we're gonna do some adductor rockbacks. These are, again, a really great foundational movement if you have really tight hips. We're gonna hit that inside of the leg or the thigh. So when we get set up, we're gonna start on all fours and we're gonna extend one leg out and we're gonna sit back onto the heel nice and slow. If that feels good, to increase this stretch and range of motion, you can extend that leg further out. So if you think about it like somebody's grabbing your ankle and gently pulling you to help you extend, that's gonna help increase that range of motion. You can even extend the arms out a little bit more for a nice overhead reach. We're gonna do 10 reps on each side. Now we're gonna do a hip flexor stretch. We're gonna start lying down. I'm gonna grab the knee and pull it to my chest so I can get a nice stretch on the hip flexors, maybe the glutes, and I'm just gonna lightly pull it towards my chest, maybe even pull it outward if you want a little bit more of a stretch on that hip flexor. Then we're gonna gently pull the knee across us, down to the floor. If you can't get your knee down to the mat, that's fine. Don't strain yourself. This is a really great low back stretch. If you have a tight low back, we're gonna go nice and slow. If that feels good, you can extend the opposite arm and look the opposite way to extend that stretch even more. And we're just gonna hold here for about 5 breaths before we move on to the other side. As we're going through this flow, just remember that mobility is a lot about control and we're trying to gain strength and flexibility in those ranges of motion. So we want to move with intent. We don't want to move just to move. We want to try to open up the joints, open up the body, and let the body feel safe to move in these ranges of motion. And I know that might sound kind of silly, but you have a stretch reflex. So if you move too fast, this is how you can injure yourself. And if you feel like you can move more freely without stiffness or without pain in a really controlled way, that's gonna help you out so much with your lifts so that you can continue getting stronger and train with longevity and without injury. We're gonna do 10 ass to grass split squats. The difference between this and a normal split squat is I'm trying to touch my hamstring to the back of my calf. So I'm really trying to think about sitting on that front heel. And these are pretty difficult to do. If you don't have the flexibility or the range of motion to do this, you can start with that front foot elevated and then just focus on driving that knee forward, maintaining your balance, and then pushing back. If that feels good, we can start adding some weights, and then we can start lowering that elevation to increase your flexibility. Again, nice controlled reps. We want to stay on the ball of our foot in that back foot. If you're losing your balance, it's because your hips are not square and you're turning that back foot too much. Awesome. Now we're gonna end with some deep squat holds. I like to have something to help support me so I can really sit into my heels. If you are somebody who, when you squat, you have a tendency to rock forward, this is a great way to help train yourself to sit back into your heels and just get a nice stretch in those calves and those hips. We want to try to stay relatively upright, so I don't want my hips high. I want to sit into my heels. My chest is a little upright. It depends on how tall you are. Not everybody's going to be straight upright with their squat. And if you need something to hold on to for balance, you can use something like a sled or a kettlebell. And we're just gonna sit and hold here. You can have your elbows inside the knees to help kind of push open those hips. Awesome job, great work. I hope you're feeling better after doing this mobility flow, and I will see you guys next time.